What is up, everybody? My name is Peter. This is Bike Addict Fishing, and today we've got a bunch of stuff to go through. If you've never seen what comes in the box with all this stuff, it's new to me. It might be new to you. If you haven't already seen the 10,000 other videos of the DJI products on YouTube, you might want to stick around. I wanted to know what the difference between some of the different combos you can buy, all this Black Friday stuff, as well as some of the accessories you can get for them, and some aftermarket accessories that might give us a better shot at producing a better video for you, being able to share that experience with you. That's my goal. That's what we're doing. And here is a little glimpse at everything that we got going on. So a couple different cameras, a couple different accessories. Stick around. Let's freaking go. Well, if any of y'all are as fortunate as I am, I'm kind of getting the after turkey sleepies right now. All right, a little bit of caffeination to get this kicked off. As you may have saw in one of my recent videos, I am switching video equipment. And, you know, with all the Black Friday sales going on, it seemed fitting to take this opportunity, be able to jump on this stuff. If you haven't already, down in the description of virtually all my videos, I have a bunch of links to Amazon products, stuff that I use, stuff that you can get typically at a discount. I do use price trackers, all that different stuff. Yes, this is a fishing video. Just chill, okay? Not everything is about cutting up kayaks and taking pictures on a boat, okay? Not everybody really gives a shit about that. I do have some close friends who have been protested in fishing tournaments, who have had their integrity questioned, and it was real simple. They had it all on video. Now, I've never personally had the issue where my video equipment failed on me and then it was requested, but this is probably going to prevent that from ever being an issue, mainly because one of the biggest complaints I have is when I'm fishing here in Texas or anywhere in the South for that matter during the summer, I have to keep the battery door off. I've got to keep the battery out. I've got to power my camera equipment externally, and it would still overheat. Or spring, fall, virtually any time of the year in Texas, the weather, you never know. It's really an hour by hour basis. And, you know, I typically, whether it's on my boat or my kayak, will have just a camera running the entire time I'm fishing, and it's kind of a set it and forget it type of situation, and that's the way that I like it. I'm not a fan of putting more of my focus on the videography side than the fishing side. I know y'all might be Elite Series pros and, you know, have 176 years of fishing experience, but I don't. And I'm out there learning every single time I hit the water. I have, you know, some limitations as far as my ability to process what's going on and try to make the best decisions possible. So when all of a sudden you try to focus more on getting the shot than catching the fish, a lot of times you get all the shots and none of the fish. So I like to just leave a camera recording in back of the boat and back of the kayak. Well, let me tell you, a very, very scary thing when you're on a kayak is to smell electronics burning. Is when you're miles away from your ramp, that's just no bueno. That has also happened to me. I don't know, I guess it was raining pretty hard, I will say, but it's not like I was submerged underwater, so I don't know. All the bitching and complaining aside, what we're really here to do today is open this stuff up. I know that when I ordered the camera equipment, there was the Osmo Action 5 Pro. This is the one that came with the extra batteries and the battery case to charge them, all that different stuff. And then I had a couple other questions though. You had an essential combo. You had the regular Pro. There were a bunch of different ones. And so for the fact that I ordered 3 of them, we'll go ahead and crack them open and give you an idea of what is all in them. So, yes, we do have some other stuff over there, and we'll do that in a minute. but we will start with we'll start with the one that just doesn't say anything on it. So we've got the essential combo. We've got the big one that comes with battery case and batteries, and we'll dive right into that. But for the Osmo Action 5 Pro from DJI, this one doesn't say anything on the box. And what does it all come with? I mean, I get it, right? It says on the description, hey, this includes this, that, and the other thing, whoop-de-whoop, but I don't know, I'm a touch and feel guy, so for me, you know, that's why I like going into a tackle shop. That's why I like going into a car dealership. That's why I like doing that stuff, because I don't know, I'm just a visual, hands-on person. So, in that basic one, what do we got? Crack it open for y'all. And this is exciting for me too. I mean, come on. You get new camera equipment, accessories, all that different stuff. This stuff is packed tight. Holy shit. There's... Alright. Nothing else in there. So, what? Alright, literally nothing else in there now. So, what all comes in the most basic one? You got QR code for a DJI store because they want to sell you more stuff. You got silica gel, which, by the way, there's a link in my description for these. They're awesome to put in tackle boxes. Keep your stuff nice and dry. Keep your hooks rust-free. First thing, and this is the very first time that I've opened these up and had my hands on them, so I'm pretty stoked. My first impression, this feels smaller than a GoPro. It's got that big old screen on the back. Tighten the lens, protective cover before taking in water. So there is that not one of the most gratifying things to do? Sorry, I'm like a little kid in a candy store here. We got some stickers on there, so it seems this is just a clear, yeah, so that's just like a clear glass lens cover, I guess. I don't even know. I don't even know if that is a cover. Maybe that's just a bumper. I'll have to learn more about this equipment. But, yeah, so we've got the Action 5 Pro. Comes with a charging cable. This is the, I want to say this stuff's on sale for like $259 right now. Plenty of baggies. Big old protective case. Okay. More little stickies. Bam. Yeah, so seems like that's protective case. Put your camera in there so you don't go banging it up. Cool. And it does give you access to that on the bottom, I guess, if you're running that case. And then you've got a couple different mounting points, whether it's from the side, the camera. So that's pretty dope. That's pretty neat. Again, this is the basic $259 Osmo Action 5. I know the new one has come out, and there's probably thousands of these unboxings on the interwebs. But you know what? We haven't done it here on this channel. And like I've always said, I'm going on an adventure, and y'all are coming with me. So, if you're watching this and you haven't hit the subscribe button, we do a little bit of everything. Fishing, from the bank, the boat, the kayak, do overlanding. We travel all over the country. I go through tackle. I did like everything. I'm switching trucks right now, so I've got a bunch of equipment in the back. Back to the matter at hand. Got ourselves a battery. This is a lithium ion, 4.4 volts, capacity 1950. So I guess, yeah, 1950. That's the battery that it comes with. Got you a sticker, because everybody loves stickers. Hey, there's even a don't forget your memory card sticker on there. Pretty dope. That looks like a whole booklet on how to use the thing. That's important, and it'll get gone through at some point in time when we're not making loads of content for y'all. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. Hope you reminded yourself and those around you to be thankful for this amazing country we live in. Truly, it's amazing. I'm not going to go there. That's not the purpose of this channel, but y'all need to understand that we're very, very fortunate. If you don't already, you probably do. Y'all seem like some smart folks. So that is a double sticky tape. It's a curved mount. Not everything you're gonna. I wish some of these action camera companies would understand that not everything we're gonna mount this to is curved. Like sometimes it's just flat. Ooh, it's a magnet. That's dope. Let's see. Do I know what I'm doing? Oh. So you can't put it on that way. It's gotta go on the other way. When you do, snaps on. Okay. Then it clicks off. Pretty dope. There we go. Box number 1. Charging cable, battery. I guess you would charge that battery in the Osmo 5 itself. There's some little protection stickers of some sort. I don't know. It'll say in the instruction manual, I'm sure. So, there's that one. Now, what about the essential combo? What's the difference? I don't know. But we're about to find out. This one was $269, so $10 more. What do we get for 10 more doll hairs? This one's got one of those little peel chingaderas. Stick our stickers over there. Pop the box open. These things are tight. Obviously, they're sending millions of these things on container ships over to us consumers. So, same thing. Got your little QR. Your little cube. My hands are all greasy from turkey. We fry our turkeys, and it's the only way to cook a turkey, by the way. Stickers, QR codes, nothing else. I've got a pile going right now. That'll be the essential combo. What do we got here in the accessory box? I like to empty everything out and then go through it. All right, so it looks to be complete second setup for a camera. So we got camera, we got cable, we got how to use this stuff. We've got a battery. This battery is also 1950. It's another protective case. We've got our Action 5 Pro. I mean, I assume that they're basically all the same. So maybe, I don't know, one of these was $259 and one of them was $269. I just failed to see the difference, other than they nabbed me for an extra $10, I guess. The only difference, so the essential combo is the cheaper one, and it doesn't come with the little stand. That's literally it. They both come with a charging cable, they both come with a safety case, they both come with a battery. They both come with a little screw lock. This one just doesn't have a stand. I don't know that little stand is not worth $10, because I know that there's plenty of aftermarket stuff for these for $10 that's worth more than that. So I definitely, yeah, I got taken for $10. Neat. That's on me. That's on me, I guess. All right. Well, there is the essential kit. So the essential kit is $10 cheaper, and the only thing it doesn't have is the little double stick stand. Literally everything else is exactly the same. So honestly, save yourself $10. Get the one that says essential combo, because it just comes with the essentials, and then that extra $10 that you save, you can buy some aftermarket tripod and mounting setup and all that different stuff. Kind of whack. Interesting. Well, here we are. $10 down the drain. Alright, last but not least, this is the big boy kit. I want to say it was about $100 more. And y'all can let me know in the comments if you've done the math. This is the Adventure Kit, Pro Adventure Kit. None of this is knockoff aftermarket stuff. It's all from... Oh, I cut that already. It's all from DJI, so we're good to go. Osmo Action 5 Pro and accessories. Let's see. Alright, check that out. Maybe. Man. Alright, nothing else in there. Go ahead and pop that guy there for aesthetics. And we've already learned some things. I have, maybe y'all have. Save $10 and get that essential combo. Comes with a that's a heavy duty stick. So it does have a mounting point there. It looks like it has a spot for what appears to be like a little hand strap, so if it drops out of your hand. Rinse with clean water to remove sand after underwater usage. I mean, don't use the extension rod during thunderstorms to avoid lightning strikes. I mean, to me, that sounds like they're pretty confident about the waterproofing situation on this. Oh, holy smokes, look at that. Dang. Whew. We can reach out and touch somebody. Boom. Dude, that's a, that's a, probably about a 4 or 5 foot extension pole right there. It's pretty dope. I like that. I mean, that's like get that shot type deal. I know that's out of the frame, but you can see, I mean, that's pretty big. I like that. And it's sturdy. It's not wobbly. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels pretty heavy duty. So that's neat. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Pop the camera out. Action 5 Pro. Again, link in the description for like 100 pack of these for like $5, and they'll keep your tackle from rusting. Nothing there. Our oh-so familiar DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. the little accessory bag that comes with a rock and roll case. Keep your camera from getting all banged up. This one has the little stand. It appears that it has the little stand. I don't want to speak too soon here, but yeah. And again, it's a curved one. Neat, not so neat. Does come with two of our same length. That's one of my other complaints too about some of the GoPro stuff. Like, there were literally different threads on some of the different stands and connectors that you would use. Like, why wouldn't it just all be universal? That's annoying. So you got this little guy there. It's magnetic, so it can't, I guess it needs to go in one way. Anywho, so there we go. We are in the other way. Cool batteries going on there. Another little stand. Got that. Got that is pretty cool that it comes with screw locks for basically every single accessory, whereas, like I said, with the other brand, I was constantly having to remember to bring the right, screw part, because if I didn't, then all of a sudden I'd have a tripod and then no way to attach it, and it was a pain in the ass. That's real life. Like, I did that multiple times, and that's annoying. Like, I'm trying to learn how to fish. Last thing I want to do is be messing with different threaded, like, come on, dude. All right, so now we got the accessory box, and in it, a number of things. QR code, the destructions, another charge cable. By the way, these charge cables with the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro are all USB-C to USB-C. So if you need to plug this in, if you need to power it, it's not going to be your regular USB plug. And man, even one more of these little connector doodads. I wonder if it's any different from the rest of them. Nope, all seem to be the same. That's cool. That's neat. So, plenty of those. We got plenty of those. More stickers. Bring the memory card. Kind of important, don't you think? And then the battery case. This seemed to have been the big benefit for this setup. Now, I don't know, check that out. 3 additional 1950 milliamp batteries in this pack. And let's see if they fall out easily. Oh, they are wedged in there pretty good. This, however, okay, I wasn't sure, but I wanted to get one of these anyways. I'll also be getting a battery case that has an internal battery, because this battery case only functions if it's plugged in to a wall socket type of deal. There are cases that will hold multiple batteries and actually charge them without being plugged into the wall. Like, the case itself has an internal battery. And those are super convenient when I'm out on the water, because honestly, I can't be bothered. It's not that I can't be bothered. I don't want to be bothered by having to plug into a USB-C port and charge battery and do all that stuff. I just want to throw batteries in the case, and when I need an extra one, grab one out of the case, swap it out, plug the dead one in, let the case charge it. Whereas this case, if I'm not mistaken, does not have an internal battery. I'm looking at the case, and it doesn't say anything about capacity. So I'm assuming that this is just a charge case. I need one anyways, right? I'm not always going to charge from a battery case. The deal on the 3 batteries, that's a good deal as well. Anywho, so that's what we got going on. All right, we do have a few more things. The brand new DJI Mic 3. And why did I buy this one over the Mic Mini? Why did I buy this one over the 2? Why did I spend the extra doll hairs on the DJI Mic 3? My justification for this, which hopefully I'm not wrong, from the research that I did, this doesn't have the little pull tab. This setup, the DJI Mic 3, has basically all the benefits of its predecessors, basically in a smaller, more compact size. So all the LED codes for the transmitters on there, and of course your stickers. So that is super important, because obviously if you're going to use the full functionality of a device, you probably should read the instructions. Alright, what do we got here? Nice little travel bag. So DJI Mic 3 comes with a nice little travel bag, which is cool because I do a lot of traveling. And then inside of that, I've got a ton of other things. Look at that. This is just another silica gel packet to keep everything dry, and I'll probably collect all those other ones and throw them in here. Internally, it actually does have some additional zippers, so that'll be cool because I'll be able to throw extra SD cards in there. It actually has little elastic pockets and then a zipper pocket, so that's pretty dope. I'm liking that so far. It's gonna be convenient. Again, I do about 30 to 40,000 miles a year. Currently rolling a Toyota Tundra, upgrading from the 2-wheel to the 4-wheel drive, and that means a lot more adventures. And so being able to conveniently carry a lot of this stuff, that matters to me. If I was doing everything in the garage, probably not so much, but that's not the case. So what does it all come with? As someone who's completely new to the DJI universe. Well, not so much. I've had a couple of the drones, actually. I actually used to build the old octocopters way back in the day. So, some super powerful little magnets. USB-C to USB-C charge cable. Mini to mini. I'm not going to bother taking these little magnets out because they're just going to end up getting stuck to each other and annoy me. So, we'll stick those over there. Let's see. They don't even... Anywho. And then we got a couple mic buffs. I don't know what kind they all are. And if you know, please feel free to educate me in the comments. If you're a DJI person, right? If you're not an outdoors, adventure, fishing, travel all over the country person, but you're You're an electronics guru. You're a DJI person. Dude, holler at your boy. Hit me up. Let me know. There's an all black mic, and there's the big gray one. And I will say that the little black one has like shorter fur, and the gray one seems longer. So you can see that there. Anyway, comes with 2 of each of those because there are 2 transmitters in this setup. Go ahead and crack that open. This is like the big chingadera. And again, I'm a touchy-feely, like I want to get my hands on this stuff, so I hate to order online, and I saved over $300 on Black Friday sales, and I've got all those links down in the description, so at no additional cost to you. While this is not a sponsored video, you can use those links, save some money, and it helps the channel. So, come on, go click them, and hit subscribe if you haven't already, because we're doing all the things. All right, push to unlock. I'm glad it has little instructions like that, because I'm not the sharpest bowling ball in the rack. Little mic 3 box. It's got a charge port in the back, which hopefully that means it just charges everything at once. That would be super dope. That'd be super convenient. And yeah, like I said, press to unlock. I'd be sitting here tugging on that thing. So press that, unlock it. Holy smokes. That is dope. Man, check that out. I don't know what all this stuff means. We're stepping up our game here, okay? For 2026. Golly, look at that thing, is tiny. That thing is not big at all. Oh, and that's a magnetic clip. So I can literally just pop that, and then you guys can have crystal clear audio instead of having to use my phone and then edit through there. Dude, that is dope. Okay. Then we do the whole whip out. As silly as that looks, obviously I wouldn't, but it that magnet holds it pretty good. Not gonna lie. That's dope. Okay, it kind of holds it in any direction. There's little nodules there for keeping it in a given orientation. And then we'll go ahead and pop one of our mic buffs on right there. Is that the correct term, by the way? Are they called mic buffs? And they just snap on? Is that how that works? I mean, I don't imagine it needs to be anything crazy. It's not magnetic. Yeah, it just clicks on. Pushing one side, pushing the other. Yeah, there we go. So that'll take care of all that god awful wind noise. Yeah, like I've got the second part of the tuna video coming out, and there's so much content I could not use on the other camera because the wind was horrid. Like, visually, stunning. Audio, dude, ain't nobody trying to sit through a video of just wind just freaking blowing. So, that's pretty gnarly. I'm excited about this. I like gadgets. Do you like gadgets? If you're still watching, that's you probably like gadgets. So there we go. Little mic buff. And I don't know, I see people rocking these things up here. It's kind of out of the way. I don't know, bugs my vision. But anywho, enough of that. We're just going through the stuff. All right, see what's all in it. Plug that guy back in there. There's a little cable here, but I'm not sure what it does. And we've got this big old dude. I guess that's the receiver. Man, it's got a full-blown little LCD screen with like language and everything. That's crazy. So you got a headphone jack and then an out jack. So I guess depending on the type of audio work that you're doing. I don't know what I just did. I hit an unlock button and it did something. Super neat. Oh. I don't know. I don't know what this is. There's only one of them in there. Do y'all know what is that thing? It's just a little USB-C. Like, there's nothing else on it. It's just a USB-C. And there's already one there. I don't know. I don't know what all this stuff is. It is going to be a learning process for me. But I wanted to share that stuff with you because, I don't know, it's neat. It's fancy. We're fancy. We're stepping our game up. We're at 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube. And tens of thousands everywhere else. So, I don't know. Either we're doing something right or we're doing something really, really bad and it's entertaining to folks. I don't know what this is. Obviously, I'm going to read through the instructions, but if y'all want to help your boy out, give me a little shortcut. Let me know why is there just one of them? That's odd to me. Like, there's a spot for two, so I don't understand why there wouldn't be two in there. I don't know. I'll find out. All right, and one of the last things, I don't know how well these are going to work, so I'm not going to sit here and endorse a specific one, but this is from K&F Concepts, and basically what we have are CPL and ND filters. Now, I may not need this on the DJI stuff, but I definitely needed it on my last set of cameras, and I'll explain to you what all this is. Not an expert, by the way. Just, is this stuff taped in there or what? Am I gonna like scratch lenses, pop this thing out? I don't even know. All right. So, in layman's terms, what these are eyeglasses for your action camera. So, you know, maybe you're not using DJI stuff, and that's fine. Comes with a little cleaning cloth, comes with a little card, QR code, because nobody includes instructions anymore. I mean, DJI does apparently, but, and then, dude, the print's so small that you definitely gotta have glasses to read that. What are ND and CPL filters? The way that I understand what these guys are, CPL filter goes on your action cam, in this case, the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, and essentially the CPL filter is like a polarized lens. If you've never worn polarized glasses, then you haven't seen what I'm talking about, but if you have, then you know that when you're looking down at the water and there's that glare on the water, and then you put your polarized glasses on, the glare goes away. And so that's what a CPL filter does. My plan primarily is run that CPL filter on the camera that hangs from my neck, so that when you're getting that first person shot, if there's stuff going on in the water, rather than seeing the glare like on so many other videos I see, this is a modification you can do to your action camera. And yes, they have them for the other ones. I ran them on my other ones, and that's why you could see in the water on the other ones. But man, it sucks when I'm watching a YouTube video and there's all that glare on the water and they're talking about what's going on in the water, and you can't see what's going on in the water because there's too much glare. CPL filter takes care of that. It's like polarized glasses for your action camera. ND filter comes with 3 different ones. This one, this set in particular, comes with a ND 8, 16, and 32. Those are light filters. They filter out light. if you're doing photography, you can do longer exposure, stuff like that. But for me, a lot of times during bright bluebird sky days, what happens with these action cameras are that images are just blown out. I mean, there's so much light coming in to the lens that you lose a lot of the detail. The brights are too bright. Anyhow, so what I generally do to try to calm that down and make the footage look like less fake, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Maybe it's just a personal preference. I just don't like when all those images are just extreme, overexposed, all that different stuff. And so the ND filters, right? This is a 8, a 16, and a 32. Don't ask me about the numbers other than the lower number is less light blocking and the higher number blocks more light. Don't forget to take them off if you're doing stuff at night, because that is one of the other benefits of the DJI cameras is, dude, I've watched the side-by-side stuff on low light footage, and the DJI cameras are amazing. So right before the sun is coming up, right after the sun goes down, basically as soon as the sun is not out, my other cameras, you just have them off, because you're just going to get a black screen with some audio. And if it's windy, it's going to be crappy audio. However, what I've seen with footage from the DJI stuff is that low light setting is it's badass. So rather than just slipping on top of this, the DJI lens appears to thread on and off. Dude, that thing popped like there was a seal. That's waterproofing. That's what that is. And so you would then take, let me make sure not to get my brand new camera all greasy or mess up a seal. That would suck. But basically what you have is a way to, on those super bright days, it mitigates some of the overexposure that you get. I don't know, this isn't stuff really that I think a lot of y'all will really give a shit about, but for me, or for anybody else that likes to record their stuff for memories and be able to watch, you know, go back and see different adventures and different stuff that they did. Honestly, the lowest one, which is the ND8, and it's just that little bit of light filtration, and that's all it takes, and it calms down that overexposure, and you end up with a great image. So they screw right on. These are the K and F Concept. If y'all are familiar with that stuff, let me know. Is that like a solid brand? Is it not a solid brand? We're gonna see. They look a little bit bigger, but I wonder if these little bumpers will still fit on there. Not really going on there great. This was supposed to just be a basic, like, here's what's in the box type video too, so I apologize. But if y'all are still watching, you like this sort of stuff, support the channel, right? This video probably gonna kill the algorithm and tell YouTube not to show it to people. I don't know, that doesn't seem to fit. Yeah, it's bigger, it's not as tall as the other one, so seem to be pretty scratch resistant. Anywho, that's what that all is. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that thing off. I'm gonna call it a night. I ate a ton of turkey. By the way, I did mine with the Tony Chachere's Creole setup, which was absolutely freaking legit. Make sure there's no dust in there. Get this screwed back on. Before I go changing all those filters too, like I'm just gonna film stuff and see what it looks like so that I can have an idea of, you know, the first-hand performance. I want to see it. You know, you can watch all the YouTube videos you want. But until you have it in your own hands and you use it, hey, it's a different deal. So, get that back on there. Get that bumper back on there. Pop that up there. And we will call it a night. And that's all we got. My name is Peter. This is My Chaotic Fishing. This was the unboxing of all our new video equipment for 2026, the DJI Osmo Action 5. All the camera, the different versions you can buy, what comes with what, a few different things that probably we shouldn't have wasted our money on, a few different things that we're very glad we did, a few different things that we're looking forward to test. We're doing all the things, from the bank, the boat, the kayak. If you haven't already hit subscribe, do that. If you run any of this stuff and have any tips and tricks for me, let me know down in the comments. Till next time, hope y'all are doing well. Hope you're staying rad. Peace. I'm out.